Hi there, Interghost here, and it's been another month, so here's my June to July pickups.
Interghost is at the caboose. He's picking up games to show to you. He really likes to play on his Wii U. And if you think you've got a high score, well, that's what Retro Records is for. His XCOM team aren't living anymore. Him and all the dudes are singing out of tune. It's your friendly YouTube hosts, Interghost.
Yeah, so another month gone, don't know where that's gone. Seems like in lockdown time just has its own rules, and it's been another month, another 4 weeks. I know we've still got a few more days, but I doubt I'll be picking up any other bits and pieces by the end of the month anyway. So mainly, well, I've got some books, some DVDs. I've also got some Switch games, comics and board games. So if I just go through the books first, I guess. Now on Facebook Marketplace I saw somebody selling these books. They're called The Martian Towers by Edgar Rice Burroughs, and I'd not heard of them before, but I just really liked the covers on these, like real old school science fiction fantasy covers. And I looked the guy up, and it's actually the author of Tarzan. And he's written over 80 books, this guy, which is just nuts. And these are ones about I think his name's John Carter, and it's a guy who travels to Mars and battles with the Martians. Now this was written at the early 1900s, 1912, something like that. These were written, so it's really funny to think about what they thought Mars was like and the different Martian races that live on the planet. Now these were books 2 to 10, and they didn't have book 1. I think all of those were like a £5, which I thought was brilliant. So I picked up book 1 on eBay. This is £5 on its own, and yeah, so I want to start it from the start. As you can see, I'm halfway through it. Interesting story. I wouldn't say it's amazing, but it's worth a read. About this guy who gets to Mars somehow, and then there's these green Martians, and then there's these Martians which look like humans, so he obviously falls in love with one of the princesses. Yeah, but yeah, not bad. I just really like the covers on those. Another book I picked up, as you know, I'm collecting Terry Pratchett books, and I found The Colour of Magic and The Light Fantastic, which are the first 2 books for £3. Yeah, £3 at the charity shops, which are now open. And yeah, hardback, and you can't really get the first 2 books in hardback very easily, so I thought I'll pick that one up. I know it's a newer version and it's 2 books in one, but I thought that'd be really cool for the collection. Also from the charity shop I picked up this Blu-ray disc. It's the Game of Thrones Conquest and Rebellion, which I'd never heard of before, but it's basically it's like a short animated film, I guess, or feature. Has the cast from the actual show, so it's got Sansa, Jaime, Littlefinger, a few others voicing the characters, and it's a history of Westeros, I think. So yeah, picked that one up. I think it's £2, which was quite expensive for a disc. You can get them sort of like 50p a pound now, but yeah, I was interested in having a look at that. Haven't watched it yet, but that was pretty cool. Another one off the Facebook Marketplace, I picked up the Complete Office US series. Someone's selling this for £15, which is not a bad price. All 9 seasons, yeah, 1 to 9. I was watching these on Netflix, I think, a few years ago, and I got sort of halfway through, and then they pulled the series, so I didn't end up watching them all. And it's not as good as the English Office, but it's more, if you get past the first series, it gets its own pace, its own humour. It is very American. It's not the same as the British one, and yeah, it's not bad. what am I on now? Series 5, and yeah, enjoying it. It's funny. Another one was this one. There's the Laurel and Hardy complete collection. The box is a bit bashed up, but I think the person only wanted like £5 for this, and it's got all the Laurel and Hardy DVDs, all their movies and all their short films in black and white, and also remastered in colour, but I like watching the black and white ones anyway. And yeah, I've been watching these with Leo and Jack, and yeah, still really funny. If you haven't watched Laurel and Hardy for a long time, I'd recommend going back and watching it, because they are timeless, and I think they're well worth a rewatch. Some of them just had me in stitches. I've got a few board games. I got all 3 of these for, I think it's £5. All 3, £5 or £10, I can't remember. They were all in the shrink wrap still, brand new. We've got Linky, which is a game where you have to answer questions, and then the answers to the 4 questions all have a common theme, which you then have to link together to get the Linky, which is quite good. It's quite hard, but yeah, it's good fun. Then we've got Cranium, which is a fun family or party game where you have to act things out. You have to hum songs, whistle, build stuff with Play-Doh, draw things like Pictionary, or just answer questions, and you have to go around the board working as a team and try to get to the end. It's really good fun. Been playing that with the family, and yeah, they like it. And finally, we've got Articulate Your Life. Now, this is sort of a game where you get a word and you have to describe the word without using the word. So like you have to describe a car without saying the word car or anything which rhymes with it. So you say a vehicle, 4 wheels, travels on the road, and the person would say car, and they would get the card. And the more you get, the more spaces you move around the board. So yeah, a lot harder than it sounds. When you're under pressure and the timer's going and you're trying to describe something, it can get quite funny. Before we move on to the games, I just picked up a few more Transformer comics. You might have seen my Transformer video. If you haven't, I might put a link at the end. But I'm collecting the 80s comics, and I got a couple more. Now, these didn't cost me anything because I just swapped the doubles I had with somebody on Facebook who had a few doubles as well, and we just did a straight swap. And yeah, these are in really good condition, and some cool comics to add to the growing Transformer collection. And for Father's Day, as you know, I said in the last month's video, I'm now playing Dungeons and Dragons, and for Father's Day I got the what's that? How do you say it? Xanthar's Guide to Everything. I think I said that wrong. Another book, some more rules. This is really nice. It is sort of a expansion to the Dungeons and Dragons rules. So you have the 3 core books, the Player's Handbook, the Dungeon Master's Guide, and the Monster Book. And then this one adds some alternative rules like new classes, new jobs you can play, new spells, stuff like that. So it's just basically an expansion, gives you more rules, more options, and yeah, it's really good fun, nice read. And then finally, I've got some Nintendo Switch games, of course. Mr. Switch nowadays. Now, the first one I got was from Tesco, and it was Rocket League, and I got this for £10, and I actually bought 2 of them. Now, the reason I bought 2 of them is because Jack's got a Switch as well, and you need you can obviously like share the cartridge and play them singly, but we want to play each other. So I got 2 of these, £10 each. It's a bargain, so we can both put them on, both play online at the same time, 2 different screens, and yeah, it's cross-platform as well. So I've been playing against who was I playing? Metropolis, and yeah, some of Jack's friends as well. They playing it on the PlayStation or the Xbox, and it's all cross-platform, and it's really good fun. I'd definitely recommend it for £10 from Tesco, or I think in Smith's toy store that's £10 as well. So go and grab it before it disappears. Now this one is a trade I got on Facebook. I belong to a group on Facebook who do swapping of Switch games, and I swapped Octopath Traveler for The Witcher 3. It came in this box with some art cards and stuff. Now Witcher's not a game I've ever played before, and I thought it looked pretty cool. I've played it now for a couple of hours. I'm not too sure what I think of it. I'd say the Elder Scrolls games, Oblivion and Skyrim, are much better than this. This seems a bit too involved with the weapons and the spells and stuff like that. There's too much sort of fiddling about with things, and there's too many different button combinations, and also the graphics are a bit glitchy as well. It's not an awful game, but I'm not sure how much more I'll play of it, and I might trade it on and get a different game. But yeah, it's worth a look. Like I said, I've never played a Witcher game before, and this one was apparently the best one for free, so I thought I'd have a look at that one. Now this game only cost me £20, and it is 2 Point Hospital. Now this one I would highly recommend. If you liked Theme Hospital back in the day, back in the 90s, it's pretty much a remake of Theme Hospital. They've just spruced it up a little bit, made the graphics a bit better, but yeah, it is Theme Hospital at the end of the day. And I think brand new it's only like £30 anyway, but I got this one second hand, 20 quid, and I've been playing this for several hours. I think I'm on the 5th hospital now, and yeah, really good fun, and a good time stealer game. So that's it. That's all the things I picked up. Not too many games, but as you know, it's hard to get out there and find them at the moment. But I'm happy with the couple of games that I did pick up. Leave a comment below if you played any of those. Let me know what you think about the DVDs, the books. If you play Dungeons and Dragons, that'd be cool. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.